Julia, your house is so amazing. I really like it. So, from today, I'm going to live here, okay? You're okay with that, right? I mean, you can't tell a pregnant woman like me to leave, can you?
Come again? Are you being serious right now, Anna?
I'm serious. I mean, look around you. It's such a nice house. It's starting to grow on me a lot. It's so spacious and cozy. If I stay here, I feel like I could give birth really comfortably. Besides, I need people to look after me. I'm pregnant, remember? It'd be better to have our whole family take care of me. That way it'd be easier for everyone.
Aren't you the one who barged into our house this morning? I didn't think you were still in here. Anna, don't you owe money to your mother, father, and even your brother Neil? You're not getting it. You ran away.
Why are you bringing that up now, Julia? What's the problem?
You ran away from town after they lended you money, right? I'm just shocked that you have the nerve to come back to your hometown without paying them back. You should be more responsible.
Money I borrowed from my family. I don't consider that debt. I'm not obligated to pay them back. It's common sense you can't owe a family member money. It's the same as them gifting it to me, you know? It's what families do for each other.
What kind of logic is that? It doesn't matter who the other party is. Even if they're a family member, you need to keep things in order.
Keep things in order? Stop, you sound like a mobster. You're making me laugh. I didn't know you were so uptight like that. Well, I doubt those three would even bother me. I mean, who in their right mind could charge a pregnant woman for money? Plus, it happened so long ago. At this point, I'm sure it's as good as gone. I have nothing more to worry about.
Just because you're pregnant doesn't mean you'll be let off the hook for everything. You have to take responsibility for your choices.
You're still complaining about this? What are you going to do? Kick me out of your house? You wouldn't do something as cruel as that, would you? I mean, we're sister-in-laws, but I thought we were still family. If you go through with this, you're inhuman. I mean, dumping a pregnant woman out into the snowy depths of winter? Barbaric.
Ugh, the snake. Did you forget that you also owe me money? It's not just your parents and Neil.
Oh, did I? I don't seem to remember. It must have been so long ago that I forgot about it. Just let it go already. Besides, even if I did owe you money, which I probably don't, I'm pregnant, so it doesn't matter anymore. It would be absolutely monstrous of you to ask for money from a pregnant woman like me.
This is so infuriating. You're being so annoying, Anna. That reminds me, where's your husband gone? You do have a husband, correct?
My poor husband, Ryan. He's not with me because...
Because what? I mean, you're pregnant. Shouldn't he be looking after you? Tell me what your husband's up to. And tell me why he isn't together with you.
Haven't you heard? Brian's on a business trip right now. He's been working twice as hard to support the baby when it arrives. Isn't he so sweet? So with him gone, I want someone else to accompany me until I give birth. It's comforting always having someone to help you. That's why I came back to my hometown. My parents and Neil will always have my back.
Huh? Okay. Half a year after you leave your parents' home and you're already married? That's a pretty speedy wedding. Say, did you guys even have a wedding ceremony? I don't think we've attended it.
Why are you all up in my business? People my age get married all the time. It isn't so rare. Plus, it's my choice. What's important is that Brian is working on his business trip, so I'm all alone. So make sure to take good care of me, okay? My baby and I deserve the best treatment.
I'm going to be in for a long ride.
And, oh, that reminds me. I ate everything in the freezer today, and I'm already getting hungry. Make sure to go shopping for more food and restock the freezer, okay?
Ride. What the hell? What do you mean you ate everything in the freezer? How?
Hey? You heard me correctly. By everything, I mean everything in that freezer. Don't judge me, okay? It's still my first trimester, and I just recovered from my morning sickness today. You know, I have a hearty appetite. I could eat a horse right now. I also have other things left on my shopping list, so could you buy those too? Let's see. I've got conditioner, hand cream, lip balm.
How? Huh? Why do I have to shop for you? I'm not your slave, am I?
I'm making perfect sense, Julia. You're the only one in the house other than me right now. You've got time on your hands anyway, right? You don't seem to be too busy.
You're not getting it, Anna. I work from home every day, so I'm not free at all. I'm super busy. Why'd you have to come on a weekday? At least on the weekend I'd have more leisure time.
Working from home? Well, that's not that different from leisure time, is it? You don't have places to be. Quit complaining. Just hurry up and go run errands for me. I'm sure your boss wouldn't even notice you're gone. There's no way you would tell a pregnant woman to go all by herself, right? And that'd be unacceptable. You've got to have a kinder heart, Julia.
Okay, I just have to go to the store to get things right. Then you'll be satisfied with me?
Julia, you really don't have good taste in anything. Half of the things in your shopping bag are useless. I'm going to ask you to go shopping for my things again when it's nighttime. I'll be even hungrier by then. So when it's time to do that, just consider my preferences while you're at the store, okay? I hope you'll do better on the second try.
Oh my gosh, you're making me so angry, Anna. Seriously, what is your problem? Why are you so entitled?
And you're getting mad at a pregnant woman? That's a little out of line, isn't it? I didn't know how you were such a wretched person, Julia. You're showing your true colors.
I don't even want to waste my time on you any longer. I still have to work, so I'll talk to you later. I'm not getting out of my room for now, so it would really help if you don't text me anymore, okay? You've delayed my work, and I have so much to get done. Anna, were you in my room while I was gone at the store?
What? Why would you say that?
Well, if it's so much messier now than before I went to run your errands, that's really strange. It's just the two of us in my house still. The culprit has to be you. Anna, what were you even doing in my room? This is my house. Can't you respect my privacy?
Oh, nothing much. I was just looking around in your room. You know, exploring. I have every right to do so. This is the house I'm going to live in from now on. I need to know every little detail.
See? What happened to the envelope under my desk? It's gone. Did you seriously lay a hand on my money? You low-life criminal.
What? An envelope? What are you talking about? I don't know anything about an envelope. I never saw one in your room.
I know that you took it. You're such a liar. I keep my emergency savings in that envelope. Did you really have the audacity to steal my stash of money?
There's no way I would ever do that. I'm not a bad person like you think I am. I bet you lost it on your own, and you're blaming me for it to make yourself feel better. You're going crazy, aren't you? You're falsely accusing me, a pregnant woman, of theft? That's so awful of you. I didn't know you could go so low. I've already told you I'm being...
Tell the truth. If you admit what you did right now, I'll forgive you. That's the only way you'll earn my forgiveness. I'm giving you this one chance.
I'm being honest about this. I would never lie to anyone, especially my sister-in-law. If you're going to accuse me of stealing your secret stash of money, then you better give me the evidence. You sound like a lunatic right now. Treating me like a criminal without any sufficient evidence? That's a terrible thing to do to someone, you know that?
Whatever, I'll drop this for now. I don't care what happens to you anymore. It's not my problem. I'm tired of wasting time on you.
Oh my gosh, you're so scary. I've already told you that I'm innocent. Well, whatever you say, I guess. Anyhow, thanks for letting me stay here. I can't wait for you to continue helping me in the future. You're such a kind sister-in-law, Julia.
Of course, Anna. Stay here forever if you need to.
Oh, really? You mean that? You know, I appreciate how you're starting to know what I like. I'll gladly take you up on that offer. But then you have to promise me one thing. Quit complaining to my face and always do what I say. Have we got ourselves a deal?
Julia, did you really mean it when you said that we're moving out of here? I mean, we've been living here for decades. Why now?
I meant it. That woman is not budging from her room. She's stuck there as if she's glued to the floor. Besides, your mother and father are too soft-spoken to discipline her. That's how they've always been. They're usually afraid to say things upright. It's the same with you. Your sister looks down on you because she knows you won't force her to get out of here. Even if you did, she wouldn't listen to you.
You don't have to say it like that. I don't really expect her to do what I say, and there's a reason for that. I owe her what she did for me.
Yeah, you owe her one for when she saved you from a bully in elementary school. Elementary school! How many years has it been since then? It happened so long ago, and you still think you're indebted to her?
Well, I guess I get where you're coming from.
In any case, those mandatory tenant renovations are due soon. We were also discussing about living in a new place already, remember? So we're leaving this house as soon as possible. I asked your parents about this earlier, and they agreed with me. If you're with us on this, it's happening.
Where are we moving into next?
The high-rise apartment in front of the train station. We checked it out a while ago, remember? Apparently, there's still some rooms available. We were already considering it, so why not? We might as well, right?
A high-rise apartment. I like it. Starting to sound like a good idea. maybe you're right. A little scary, but we could use the situation to our advantage and move into a new place. Oh, but the living costs are going to be, well, never mind. I think we'll be okay. I just have to work harder and earn more money.
I know there's a lot going through your mind right now. For the time being, let's just go through the screening process, okay? As our first step. If it helps, your mother and father were also super excited for this.
Ah, I see. Okay, we can try, I guess. To be honest with you, I'm also aggravated with Anna. First, she doesn't return the money I lend her, and now this. How gladly take this chance to get away from her.
Yay! Okay, now we can prepare to move out. Get your bags ready by the end of the month, okay? Don't forget anything. Just make sure to keep this a secret from Anna. If she figures out where our new address is, she might pull the same stunt on us. It'll all be for nothing. Do you understand, Neil?
Yeah, I understand. I'll start packing my bags and I won't say a word to her. I'm sorry, Julia. As a husband, I should be someone you can depend on. But I didn't do anything to help us. So, thanks for trying to fix this.
Yeah, Neil. You're the backbone of your family. You need to be more assertive so people don't walk all over you.
Yeah, I guess that's true. I'll try my best.
Hey, where did everybody go? Why have you all been gone since this morning? I woke up and I haven't seen anyone here so far. The entire house is empty.
Oh, you noticed. Your parents as well as Neil and I have decided to move into a different apartment. It's your lucky day, Anna. You can stay in that house for as long as you need to.
Huh? You moved? I don't get this. Could you explain?
Was that not clear enough for you? The entire family, except you, moved out of that house. We moved to an entirely different city that's a little far from here. So unfortunately, we won't be seeing each other. The upside is you get to live in that house forever. That's what you wanted, wasn't it?
No, I don't understand this. What's going to happen to rent? Who's going to pay for it? Also, what about the household chores? Who's going to cook and clean and do laundry every day? How am I supposed to live in here?
Cooking and cleaning. Of course you're in charge of that now. You've done it before, right? You're also going to be in charge of rent. It's your responsibility as the sole resident of that house, okay?
What the hell? Why do I have to pay for rent? The house isn't even registered under my name. It's under yours. I'm nothing but a house guest. I'm not obligated to pay the rent here. A house guest should be living here for free.
Fine. If you don't want to pay rent that badly, you don't have to. I'm not forcing you. If that's the case, though, I'll have to terminate the lease in the condominium. You'll have to find a new house all by yourself.
What? I don't agree with this. It's unacceptable. How could you move out without consulting me first?
Well, who started living in our house without our permission in the first place?
You can't compare those two. That's one thing and this is another. We're family, right? You should be more accepting of me coming over to your house. You have such a low tolerance for me. It's unfair. Don't act so petty to me.
I don't care about your excuses. Nothing's going to work. Anyhow, you're in charge of how and where you're going to live from now on. So be responsible. We don't want to live with you anymore.
Are Mom and Dad saying the same thing? Did they agree to this?
Yes, of course. You've been so irresponsible and immature all these years that their patience for you has finally run out. They both have timid personalities, so they couldn't tell you that up front. But trust me, they're feeling the same way.
Why do they want me out of their house? I thought I was their daughter, and they shouldn't feel that way about me.
First, you skip out on paying debt to them and you run away. Then you had the audacity to come back to our home because it convenienced you. Not only that, but you've been acting overbearingly arrogant. No matter how kind your parents are, they'll grow sick of your antics eventually.
Hey, this is some kind of joke, right? You're just pranking me and you'll come back home later?
Do you really think we would clear out all our belongings in the house for a silly prank? That'd be ridiculous. We're not coming back to that house, Anna. You have to make sure to take care of yourself without our help, okay? You're an adult. You need to be independent.
Wait a minute, Julia. No way you're doing this to a pregnant woman. You're mistreating me. You're just going to abandon me like this? What you're doing is awful. You know that?
Ah, you're pulling this card again.
You monsters treating a pregnant woman like crap isn't going to fly. You're absolutely despicable. I don't even think you're a human for doing this. I'm going to let everyone know about this. If this gets online, I guarantee you're going to get into hot water.
Just because you're pregnant with a baby doesn't mean you get away with everything scot-free. Can't you understand that?
There's nothing to understand here. All I know is that you're a horrible person for abandoning a pregnant woman. Just because you hate me doesn't mean you can also hate my unborn child. Do you not care about what could happen to my baby when you dump us outside?
Oh, right, that baby you're pregnant with. I would indeed be worried about what could happen to it. That is, if you're even pregnant with a baby in the first place.
What are you talking about? I'm pregnant. Anyone could take a look at me and notice that.
Anna, how long are you going to keep your act up? It's been so long already. I know that there's no baby in your womb. You're pretending to be pregnant by stuffing things up your shirt. Everyone's known it from the beginning.
No. I haven't stuffed anything up my shirt at all. What are you talking about? I'm telling the truth. It's barbaric her accusing me of lying again. I'm a pregnant woman.
Oh, seriously, just cut it out already. Enough with these shenanigans. Do you really think we don't notice how the size of your baby bump changes day by day? Every time you tell us that you're pregnant in order to avoid chores and had to ask for favors, we'd all roll our eyes and think about how idiotic you sounded.
What? Did you really think I was an idiot? I didn't know you found out at all.
Anyone who takes one look at you can tell that you're a phony. I mean, you seriously thought you could trick us? You really made a fool out of yourself by doing this. You better not embarrass yourself even more by continuing to lie to me.
Well, it's your fault that you didn't tell me earlier. Then I wouldn't have had to embarrass myself in the first place. You're so mean. I was just humiliating myself for no reason and you didn't try to stop me.
That's a fair point. But honestly, it was just so amusing watching you act like you're pregnant. It was free entertainment for all of us. Besides, I didn't want to argue with you. That would waste my time and energy. I know that you like to talk back to people. Everyone knew you were faking it. Even the neighbors immediately figured out that your belly was fake.
Huh? Noticed? There's no way they could figure it out so quickly.
Actually, they saw your pillow fall from your belly onto the ground and you stuffing it back up your shirt. That's why they knew you weren't pregnant in an instant. What a joke.
What? Are you serious? This is so humiliating.
It really is. I'm glad you finally noticed. You should start being more aware of your actions, you know. One more thing. If you're going to trick us, at least put a little more effort into it.
Shut up already. Quit lecturing me on every little thing I did. You're not my parent.
I have to ask, why did you fake your pregnancy to begin with? What was the reason for it? To be fair, I can probably already guess why, but I want to hear it from you.
This has nothing to do with you, Julia, so just leave me alone already. Ugh. There's no point in trying to convince you any longer. No matter what I say, I know you won't come back to this house to take care of me. You're too stubborn. My brother, on the other hand, he'll do anything I say. He's very timid. I bet I can persuade him into returning and looking after me. Hi, Neil. I heard you guys moved out of the house. Are you really going to leave me home alone? I'm your little sister that you've adored all these years. You can't abandon me so easily, right? I'd be shocked if you could.
It's not that I abandoned you, Anna. I'm going to keep in touch. We just decided to move farther away from you. That's all. Not a big deal as you think it is, so don't worry.
Neil, I'm a pregnant woman. Leaving me here alone is a definition of abandoning me. I can't believe you could be this monstrous to me. Who would have thought that my own brother would betray me?
You're wrong, though. You weren't pregnant at all.
I am a pregnant woman. I don't know the lies you were told by Julia and your parents, but this is a fact. I'm pregnant. The rest of our family is trying to accuse me of faking my pregnancy when I didn't.
You can't fool me, Anna. I know for a fact that you were never pregnant. Don't try to pull this on me. Anyone who takes a look at you and your baby bump can tell that you were faking it.
Ugh. I guess my plan isn't working after all. Okay, I admit it. I was lying about my pregnancy, but there's something I haven't told you yet. My husband is on a business trip, and I was feeling really lonely and helpless. I couldn't stand to be by myself anymore. That's why I wanted to spend time with you guys, even if it was for a little while. I just wanted to be with my precious family. And what do you know? You abandoned me. This is all so awful.
Well, when I think about it that way, I'm starting to feel sorry for what we've done to you.
Right. We're finally coming to your senses? I shouldn't be treated like this. Neil, you're so kind-hearted. You'll come back here and care for me, right? Before you do that, I want you to talk to Mom and Dad to persuade them to return home, too.
What you're saying here is that you want all of us to go back to our old home?
Yes, but not all of you. Leave Julia behind. I don't need her anymore. She's so unbelievably mean to me. We should trick her into staying at the new house while you guys move back here. This is the only way she'd understand how I'm feeling right now.
You want to trick Julia?
Yes, it's simple. You leave her at your new house while you, Mom, and Dad come back to our old house. That way, we can be united together again as a family. Just the four of us living happily ever after. What do you say? It's a good idea, right?
Yeah. I don't think that's a good idea, Anna. I can't betray Julia. She's my wife.
Neil, wake up! Who's more important here, our family or that woman? We're brother and sister. How could you prioritize Julia over me? Don't be so cruel.
I think it's a pity that you're feeling alone, Anna. But if you want me to be there for you as a brother, then I want you to return the money you owe me first.
What?
If you don't give me my money back to set things right, I don't think I can treat you like family anymore. It's not just me. You have to pay your money back to Mom, Dad, and Julia. You have to return it in full. It's your responsibility.
Nope, I don't think I have to return my debt to you, okay? We're family, so it doesn't even count as debt.
Nope. You can't keep acting like we'll forgive you for anything you do to us. You're not a child anymore, Anna. You need to be responsible for your promises. It's what's expected of an adult like you.
Did you already forget, Neil? When we were still kids, you were excluded from your friend group and bullied by them, and I helped you.
Yeah, of course I remember that. It was really kind of you, and even now I'm still thankful for it. But that incident happened in elementary school. It was so many years ago.
So what? Just because it was a long time ago, it doesn't matter anymore? Back then, I had to gather up so much courage to go against your bullies. I saved you, Neil, so I don't owe you anything. It makes us even, fair and square.
No, it doesn't make us even. You were really brave for helping me, but this is a separate issue than that. I remember you saying the same things when you asked me for money. I should have listened to you and not have lended it to you in the first place.
Why are you speaking to me like this? I didn't know you were so ungrateful. If I had known this would happen, I wouldn't have saved you from those bullies. You didn't deserve my help.
I have to agree with that. If I had known you would always bring this up and try to make me your slave, I wouldn't have wanted to be saved either. Being ostracized from my friend group was better than what our relationship has turned into.
Huh? You really have the nerve to say that to me? I'm your hero! Do you know how much courage I had to muster up in order to help you?
Relax, Anna. I was just joking. As an adult, I'm still really grateful for you helping me in that situation. As a brother, I love you and care deeply about you.
If you feel that way for me, then don't just leave me here alone. Hurry up and help me already.
You're getting it all wrong. I can't afford to spoil you any further because I love you and care about you. I need to raise you right. I want you to admit you're wrong for not returning our money to us and make a change for the better.
Ready. Quit treating me like this. It's condescending. I haven't done anything that requires an apology. Why can't you just accept me for who I am? I should have never saved you from your bullies if it was going to turn out like this. And unlike you, I mean it. If I hadn't helped you that day, who knows what those boys would have done to you. I bet things would have been so much worse.
Yeah, they might have been. But just now, you were trying to trick Julia and turn the whole family against her. I think you're just as bad as those bullies who treated me like I was some kind of outsider. You tried to exclude Julia from our family.
No, those are separate issues.
All this time, you might have looked down upon me and assumed I would forgive you for everything. But this time, I'm not changing my mind. I'm not going to help you, Anna. I'll stand by what I said.
But aren't you excluding me from the family by abandoning me in our old house? Aren't you just as bad as those bullies too? You can't complain about what I've done. You've done the same thing.
No, I didn't. Ugh. Shut your mouth already. You were the one that started living in our house without letting us know. In any case, you have to admit that you were wrong for what you've done to us and apologize. You got it?
Julia, I'm sorry for what I've done to you. You have to believe me. I really regret everything. Please, I'm begging you, just listen to what I have to say.
There's no point in listening to you any longer. We've already moved out of our old house. What's done is done. There's no turning back now. Speaking of which, weren't you saying you wanted to speak to Neil instead of me? I thought you said it was meaningless to talk to me.
Neil blocked me. I can't believe. He's my brother. He's so pathetic. He cut me off after I said some things that inconvenienced him. What a loser.
I see. You know, it's not his duty to help you, and it isn't mine either. That's why I told you to handle things on your own when things start going left. Remember that?
Okay, fine. If that's what I have to prove, I'll return the emergency cash that I stole from you earlier. That'll be a sign of my remorse. I was the one who took it. You were right.
Ah, I knew it. I knew you were trying to trick me again with your lies.
But I didn't go into your room to steal it. I randomly came across your money. Please, Julia, I'll pay you back everything I stole from you. So I'm begging you to forgive me.
Turning it is only basic courtesy, so there's no need for you to expect thanks. The real issue is that you stole from me in the first place. I'm not obligated to help a stealing liar at all. In fact, it should be the other way around.
Yeah. What? Wait, just please. There's a reason behind why I'm doing these things. I didn't want to tell this to anyone, but Ryan is having an affair on his business trip. The two of them ran off together, and I don't know when he'll come back.
Huh? Ryan? Is that your husband?
Yes, I was abandoned by my husband too. That's why I came back to my hometown. I'm so heartbroken and lost right now. You have to help me. If you guys abandoned me too, I don't think I would be able to recover from it.
Isn't your husband's name Brian?
Huh?
Didn't you say that your husband's name was Brian last time? Now you're saying it's Ryan. It isn't adding up. When did your husband change his name from Brian to Ryan?
What? Oh, my mistake. That was just a typo. Sorry if my finger slipped.
You're not married like you said you were, aren't you? No wonder nobody was invited to your wedding. You just wanted money to spend on fun, and so you came back to your parents' house. There you pretended to be pregnant so that everyone would be kind enough to take care of you. You lied about being married so your plan could work. You'd do anything to avoid adult responsibilities to get pampered and spoiled, wouldn't you?
If that was the case, what would you think of me?
I would think that you're a pitiful liar, which you are.
Yeah, I guess I saw that coming. I'm really going to tell the truth now, okay? I made some bad choices, and now I have a lot of debt that I need to pay off. That's mainly why I came back to my hometown, to get help from my family. It's to the point where I can barely get by. I live paycheck to paycheck.
I understand. Paying it off must be a hassle, even more so when you add the debt you owe to your family. You must be so deep in debt right now.
Check. What? You're not going to help me? What's wrong with you? How could you be so cold to me? Don't you even have an ounce of compassion?
You know, I haven't told you this yet, but I'm pregnant.
What?
It's only been 2 months, so my baby bump isn't very prominent. I may not look like it, but I'm pregnant. Unlike you, I want to stop speaking back to me and trying to fool me into helping you. Do you understand? I've had enough of you and your lies. Are you going to talk back to me? I guess not. You can't possibly complain to a pregnant woman like me, can you? Afterwards, I ended up blocking Anna's phone number. The four of us then finished moving into our new high-rise apartment without any problems. After a while, rumors caught up to us. Allegedly, Anna became unable to pay off her rent in due time, leading her to be evicted with nowhere to go. While fleeing from debt collectors every day, she began to live a homeless life on the streets. Despite this being the consequences of her own actions, I was pretty worried for her when I heard about her new way of life. However, it is said that she is somehow managing to survive by pretending to be pregnant once again. I find it amusing that she opted for the same plan. Several months after this incident with Anna, I safely delivered my baby. At present, I'm living with Neil, my in-laws, and my newborn daughter. The 5 of us have a half-bee life together. Both my in-laws and Neil still have a difficult time standing up for themselves. So I learned that I need to be stronger for them, especially to prevent something like this from happening again. I wouldn't want our family to be dragged into any more trouble. Julissa, do you mind sending in your report from your most recent business trip, please?
What? I'm just heading out of the office right now, though.
I understand that, Julissa. But if you don't hand in that report by the end of today, then you're not going to be in compliance.
What a pain in the ass.
All I'm asking you to do is send in that report by email, and nothing else. Nothing about it should be that difficult for someone like you, right?
Sure. I get what you're saying. I'll work on sending the report in now.
What is this?
Like you were asking me for. The report from my business trip.
No, because this isn't even a document, first of all. This is a picture you sent me, right? And from the looks of it, it seems to be a picture from you on your day off. I'm assuming that man next to you is a department manager? I'm sorry, but I did not ask you to send in a picture of you and your father together on your day off.
Hold on. What I sent you is correct. That's a picture of me while I was on the business trip.
What? But this picture, it's a picture of you and the department manager together at some kind of theme park somewhere, having fun with one another, right?
That's right. Is there some kind of problem here?
There is a very big problem now, Julissa. Do you have any idea what you were chosen to go on that business trip for?
Of course I know why. It was a business trip intended to refresh me before I came back home, right?
Nobody ever said you were going on that trip to do such a thing. You went out there to get work done for this company, correct? Does this mean that for the past week you've been gone, you've been playing nonstop and doing nothing you were told to do?
That does seem to be the case.
I cannot believe this, Jalissa. Listen here. You have always had a rather bad attitude for someone your age, but I never expected that you'd get even worse the longer you worked here.
Excuse me, but are you trying to preach about my attitude right now? You really are the most annoying coworker ever, aren't you, Jill? Do you have something against me for some reason or another?
I would never have something against you. I have just been left in charge of making sure that you are trained appropriately and that you understand everything you are supposed to be doing here, which is one of the reasons I may seem to be a bit annoying.
I'll send you one other picture as well now.
This one seems to have been taken inside of a really fancy-looking hotel.
That's the hotel I've been staying in for my business trip, Jill.
You're lying. Just based off this picture, something tells me the hotel wasn't cheap at all.
Do you actually understand what kind of a hotel this is? This is a 5-star resort that I stayed at, which costs close to $1,000 every night.
$1,000 a night? You stayed at a place like this during your business trip? Weren't you asked to only stay at an economy hotel while you were away?
The thing is, I'm not going to be staying in some cheap old economy hotel like the company asked me to.
But that's a rule for all the employees of this company, so that there is no overspending while you're away. If you were using your own money to pay for the stay, then you can go wherever you please. But when it comes to a business trip for this company, you have to abide by the expenses. You used the company's money for that, didn't you? In other words, you used the company's money to put yourself in a very expensive hotel for a full week, right? Do you understand how much of a problem that is?
Yes, I do. If anybody else were to do something like I did while on a business trip, they'd be getting yelled at nonstop.
What makes you think you're different from the rest of the employees here?
Well, my dad happens to be a department leader for this company. His name is known by everyone within the company, and he has given a lot for it as well. That means the company's money can be used however we want to use it.
And so just as I thought, your father has been playing a big part in your business trips as well.
Man, being able to stay a full week in a 5-star hotel where I can just go out and play all the time for work is the best. Hey, business trips like this are really fun. I'm going to go next week as well, I think.
You're not allowed to go on them every week. Also, you using the company's money like that is not a good thing for anyone here.
You think I care about how it affects the rest of you? Do you have any idea how much my dad and I have given to this company?
If you're only speaking about your father, I know that he's given quite a bit. But when it comes to you, you're barely out of training and have not done any real work for the company yet.
Shut the hell up! I want to be on another one of those business trips pronto, so you give me one soon. That is your job from me, buddy.
Jill, I've heard about everything. You were able to acquire another major contract for the company, right?
Ah, that's correct. But that didn't happen just because of my own work. The contract was acquired based off the presentation that so many of the people here had worked on.
Come on now. You were the leader of that group. You managed everyone in a way that led to such an outcome. Had I had someone else in charge, this sort of an outcome would have never came about for the company.
You really think so?
You are a really important asset to this company, Jill. To all of us here, you're a treasure that none of us can afford to ever lose.
No, wait. I can't be one of the most important people in this company. The only reason I've been working so hard to be successful here is as a thank you for allowing me to become an employee of the company.
Hearing you say something like that about your work ethic only makes me happy to have you here.
But really, there was never any other companies willing to hire me based off the fact that I never went to high school. I will never forget the gratitude I have for this company, ever.
To myself and the rest of the company, your education means nothing to us anymore due to all the things you have done so far for us. I'm sure if you graduated high school and then went on to a university somewhere, you'd be one of the most important workers to any company right now. But thankfully, that never happened. We were able to hire you before anyone else could.
Although, it would have been nice for me to have gone to college somewhere at least.
Well, when it boils down to how you feel about your past, I'm sure you regret some things still. But we all had to start somewhere, right? And no matter where you ended up finishing your education at, you will still be the bright young woman you are right now.
Thank you so much for saying that. I really love the work I'm doing here, and I never plan on leaving the company anytime soon.
With how well you've done so far and all the work you continue to do for the company, it's crazy that you even wanted to start training some of the new hires. I'm a bit worried about your health, actually.
There is no issues with my health right now. Everyone that I've had the pleasure of working with so far has been very understanding. And because of that, I haven't had many issues at all.
Is that right? Is that right?
But there is one person I'd like to talk with you about.
I see. Well, tell me what you like too.
This has to do with Jalissa.
Jalissa? Ah, she's the daughter of the sales department manager, correct? I'd known about her before she even started working for this company. Her father loves to brag about how much of an excellent worker she really is. What kind of things do you have to say about her?
Well, Jalissa recently went on a business trip for the sales department, and it turns out there was a big problem that came up.
Are you serious?
I am. There are some things I'd like for you to have a look at, so I'll send them your way right now.
Jill, when is my next business trip going to be? I am really looking forward to it right now and can't keep myself still.
Listen, Jalissa, I told you before, didn't I? You won't be going on as many business trips as you want to think. When there is a point in time when someone needs to go, I'll let you know.
Hey, I can't just sit around waiting for you to come and tell me something. If you don't start giving me them every week, then I'm not going to have anything to do here.
If you feel like you won't have anything to do, then how about you start working on all those documents you have piling up on your desk? If you start taking time to complete all of those, then I'm sure your next business trip will come in no time.
Stop talking to me like I'm some kind of child still. Are you trying to make fun of me right now or something?
That wasn't my plan at all when saying that. If that offended you at all, I'm sorry. Now, I happen to have a lot of work of my own to get back to now, which means that I can't sit around all day talking with you and trying to find another business trip for you to go on.
Listen, I'm going to make it very clear here the kind of position that you're in. I'm not sure what you are besides a coworker who's been here longer than me. But in this company, I'm in a higher position than you.
What do you mean by that? I'm the one who has been here far longer, with more promotions under my belt.
And I'm the daughter of this department's manager. That means that I sit in a higher position in this company than a base-level employee like you.
Your father being a manager doesn't mean that at all for you. Even if your father has done a lot for this company, that does not mean the same thing for you either.
Then allow me to go and tell my dad that you're picking on me right now and won't listen to a word I'm saying. When that happens, you're going to be fired from this company before you know it.
Wait, you shouldn't do that. If I'm fired from this company, what am I going to do?
Ha! What a sad loser you are. If you don't want to lose your one and only job, then you listen to every word that comes out of my mouth. You get me another business trip to go on right now. I want it to be close to here, and near that amusement park that's just on the other side of the state. That'll do.
But that would mean you're going to go and stay at another 5-star hotel for a week doing nothing at all, right?
Well, of course that's what I'm going to do.
Listen, Jalissa, when it comes to the business trip expenses, those all come out of the company, right? The money also happens to be yours and my paycheck. Using it all like that on yourself for a business trip where you're not achieving anything for the company at all is wrong.
I don't really care. All of that money you guys plan on making this year is all mine to spend. You all start to work harder and harder so that I can live an even more affluent life in luxury. That's it. I'm going to use the company's money to go to a really expensive restaurant as well next time. I have a place that I've been really wanting to go to for some time now.
You really shouldn't go out doing things like that with this company's money.
I don't care if this is wrong or right to you. My dad and I are on a completely different level, which means the company will forgive us.
If you start doing things like spending the company's money on yourself more often, I'm not going to let you get away with anything you've already done.
Hey, when the hell are you going to be giving me another business trip to go on? You pull yourself together right now and get that crap done for me.
About that, Jalissa. I was about to tell you that next week, you'll be going on another business trip for the company.
Well, you're not pulling my finger right now, are you? If you already had that on your mind, you should have told me about that right away. The place had better have a 5-star hotel in the area, or else I'm not going to be staying there for a week. Also, if the place is far enough away where I'll need to fly, get me a first-class seat on the plane. And if you're making me take a train, I'd like to be in first class on that as well.
You really think you're going to be treated like a VIP on a business trip?
I sure do. I mean, I am the company's VIP after all, right?
I see. I'll make sure you're treated as such then.
That would be so helpful. Thank you. Now that I have a business trip coming up to prepare myself for, I'm going to have to leave work early today.
What? Hold on a minute, Jalissa. Your business trip isn't until next week, right?
If I don't start getting prepared for it now, though, I won't be ready for it in time. Can you please make sure to go and tell my dad while I'll be gone? And as for all the things I was supposed to do today, you're going to finish them up yourself, right?
I understand. Good luck on your business trip starting today, okay? I made sure to put the description of the location you'll be going to in an email I just sent you. So please, give it a read through before you go.
Sure. I'll make sure to do that.
And unlike last time, make sure you get all the work you've been asked to do done for the company, please.
Jesus, you're so annoying. I already told you, sure thing.
Then you have a good trip.
Man, I'm so excited to see what kind of a 5-star hotel or resort I'll be staying in this time.
5-star hotel or resort?
What's wrong? Why are you questioning that like there's a problem?
What are you talking about right now? You're only staying at an economy hotel that's $30 a night for the next week.
Huh? What do you mean by that? I made sure to tell you to get me a place where I'd be able to stay in a 5-star hotel for the next week. We'll also be able to go to an amusement park, Jill. I told you that, right?
Yes, you did. I then went and talked with my boss about that. And you know what they said? They said that wasn't going to be happening for you. But of course, that's the only natural response from someone like them. You're not going on a business trip to have fun and play around with the company's money. Which means you're not going to be getting put up inside of a 5-star hotel for one whole week.
Huh? So you're saying you didn't listen to what I told you to do for me?
I wasn't the one that made the final decision on your trip there. That's up to my boss and the rest of the people around me. But if you go ahead and pay out of your own pocket to stay at a 5-star hotel out there, then there is no problem at all with that. How about you do that if you want to live fancy?
Why would I have to be paying out of my own pocket for a 5-star hotel during this business trip? This is a job that I'm doing for the company, right?
If you're not going to pay for a more expensive hotel while I'm on trip, then suck it up and deal with the one we got for you.
Stop playing around with me, Jill. You think I'm going to forgive you for doing something like this to me, of all people? Have you talked with my dad at all about any of this?
As a matter of fact, your father happened to be really busy at the time, and so I was never able to tell him anything about your business trip. So this trip that you're on right now was put together by the section manager.
You went and avoided my dad on purpose, didn't you? If this trip was planned out by my dad, then I'd be allowed to stay in whatever place I want.
I did not avoid your father when getting you that trip you asked for. He was really busy at the time, and so I had no choice but to go to my own boss with it.
You're a liar! Knowing the kind of gross woman that you are, you probably went and tattled on me to the section manager, all because you hate me.
I didn't tattle on you about anything. Rather, I just spoke to them about the kind of work you wanted to do, as your mentor, per se.
So, you were confessing to having done all of this out of spite?
Where did you pull that kind of idea out of? I never did any of this out of spite, Jalissa.
Nope. I know what you're doing here. You're going around doing all kinds of things to piss me off, in order to get me to leave the company for you and everything.
I am not doing anything like that right now. Right now, you're just imagining things to make yourself out like the victim.
No, I'm not. I'm not imagining anything because for so long now, every single day I've come into work, you've been over there preaching to me about my job here like you're better than me.
The only reason I've been trying to lecture you some is because your work ethic and attitude here is not acceptable.
Then why has my dad been praising me and bragging about me the whole time I've been here? My dad has told me again and again that I can do anything for this company and can be relied on all the time.
That's only because you're his daughter, of all people.
Stop lying to me about every little thing. I'm going to tell all of the higher-ups about what you're doing to me right now.
Well, if you go trying to talk with your father about this, you're going to have a hard time getting him to listen. He has both of his hands full at the moment.
I happen to be an old friend of the executive director here, so I'll go directly to him about everything you've done. I'll let him know that you've been harassing me the whole time I've been in this company.
He has no reason at all to believe what you're about to say.
Nope. Him and I have known one another for the longest time now, so he's going to believe me no matter what you have to say to him about it, And once he's heard everything from me, he's going to have you fired. Well, you still have time. I get to work packing all your things up and heading out the office doors. Mr. Tom, could you please listen to me for a minute?
If it isn't you, Jalissa, what would you like to tell me about?
Actually, right now I'm in a bit of a pickle.
What happened that got you into such a situation?
Today, I was supposed to go out on a business trip and all. However, the hotel I should have been staying at isn't that.
The hotel isn't the one you were expecting? Do you know why it was changed like that on you?
It was changed out of spite for me. Ever since I came into this company, I've been getting harassed by a coworker of mine.
Wait, who's the one harassing you right now?
Jill. She was always going on about how she's just trying to train me, but I know without a doubt that all her lecturing and preaching is out of spite.
So Jill's been doing that?
She also told me to go on this business trip, but as I was leaving and took a look at my email about the trip's details, I realized the hotel was not the place I had asked for. I am tired of being harassed by her all the time like this. You go and do something about all of this right now, Mr. Tom.
Could you please tell me what hotel you were set up with for your business trip?
What? It's a $30 a night economy hotel.
And what was the hotel you requested to be given to you stay at?
Just your average hotel.
You're wrong about that, Jalissa. You asked for Jill to get you into a hotel that costs close to $1,000 a night for the whole week, right?
What?
And because this time things didn't go the way you had asked them to go, you're going to label her as having harassed you, right? You are far too old now to be acting like a middle schooler, right? What do you think you're trying to do here?
How come you know about that, Mr. Tom?
Because I received a message from Jill about this.
The bitch! Mr. Tom, that is a complete and total lie she told you. I would never ask to be put in a place like that for a week. Please don't be fooled by that bitch's lies.
What do you think you're doing calling Jill a bitch right now? And furthermore, what do you think you're doing calling her a liar?
Mr. Tom, the Jill is nothing more than an uneducated freak, right? She never even graduated from high school, which means that for a person of her low class, she feels completely fine lying about everything in order to make others go through hell. I'm sure she's just jealous of the fact that I was born as the daughter of a manager in as high of a position as my dad.
You cut that crap out right now, Missy. The only reason she never graduated from high school was due to her family situation at the time.
What? Is that so?
It is. And the reason she ever ended up coming up here to work for this company was because she wanted to send her little brother through college. She had been working her butt off for years in order to do such a thing for him. And not only that, but Jill in general is a really important asset to this company. Having completed so many contracts for this company, achieving so much, she's trusted by everyone in this company. And if she's to continue working at the rate she has been, she has a really good chance of being made a manager herself in the next year or two. Hearing that the Jill I know and the rest of this company trust is jealous of you and wants to harass you is something I can't trust for a second.
But I have really been...
Now, could you please tell me what hotel it was you stayed at on your previous business trip?
Wait, about that trip.
During that trip, you stayed at a very expensive hotel for a week, doing nothing at all for the company before coming back home, right?
Mr. Tom?
You're going to cry out that that's a lie as well now? I happen to have photos of you out about having a good time during that trip, as well as the receipts for the hotel and everything you stayed at.
But about all of that...
Shut it! There are no more excuses for what you've been up to. I'm going to take care of this problem right now for the company. You seem to think that all of this harassment coming from her, but Jill is not the kind of woman who would put her own career on the line over someone like you. She happens to really love this company and will do anything to make sure she does a good job and helps the company out. Even if you are the daughter of one of the managers here, she does not care that you have been making her out as some kind of monster who you now want me to have fired. I'm not letting you get away with that kind of behavior anymore.
Damn it! Now I'm in trouble with the executive director as well.
Don't you say that like it's all my fault. You were the one asking for him to become upset with you. Also, you went and used a business trip to go and spend the company's money on an expensive hotel and a trip to the amusement park. So of course, him and a lot of other higher-ups are going to be angry, right?
I'm not going to listen to any of your preaching anymore.
I see. Well, to be honest, I don't care about listening to me anymore. For now, just make sure to get your work done this time while on that business trip. And, just so I don't forget, I'm sending you all your paperwork and everything now for the job.
Huh? What the hell is all of this crap? I have to get all of this crap done while I'm out here before coming back?
That's right.
Stop screwing around right now, you bitch. This right here has to be you harassing me.
It's not harassment, Jalissa. That's just the amount of work someone in your position has to do.
How the hell is that so?
Because the last time you were away on a business trip for the company, you didn't do jack squat, right? So that amount of paperwork is in your workload as well this time.
Huh? Last time's work.
That's right. We here have to make sure that you not only get your work done for this trip, but also all the work you never attended to last trip as well.
Wait a second. That place is different from this place though, right?
Yes, it is. And that is why, once you're finished up with your work here this week, you're then going to be going to the town you were at last time to do the job you were supposed to have done before.
You're kidding me, right?
I'm not, though. But don't you worry, because we made sure to get you a hotel out there for the week as well. It's another one of those cheap places we've set you up with. Only this time, it's an old motel worth $15 a night.
Isn't that great? I already told you that I'm not going to stay in either of these super cheap hotels or motels or whatever you want to call them.
Well, you don't have to worry about sleeping in then, because you will have a lot of work to be getting done in the weeks ahead. That might be more than 8 hours a day can handle.
That means the company is bad as a whole then. I'm not going to accept any of this.
There's no other choice for you, though. You're going to have to make up for all the work you didn't do the last time you were sent on a business trip.
Are you really saying all of this to me?
What else would I be saying right now? I get that all of this is pretty harsh for you, but you were the one that did everything that resulted in this outcome, right? You were also the one who asked over and over again to go on another business trip. And you were the one that didn't do their work last time. So what makes you think you can continue to cry and whine about being a victim right now?
Shut the hell up! Shut the hell up! I'm going to tell my dad about all of this crap.
And what do you think that's going to accomplish for you?
Once I've gone and told my dad about what you're doing to me, he'll be able to have you fired for me.
I'm really sorry to have to break this to you, but that's never going to happen.
It sure is going to happen. No matter how busy you may say that he is, when he gets a text or call from me, he's going to answer.
That's not what I'm talking about. Your father's already been fired.
What the hell? What kind of bullcrap lie is that?
I'm not lying about that. What I just said about your father is the truth.
Then tell me why my dad was fired from the company. He was a department manager of all people.
That last business trip you took, your father joined you on, and you both went and used the company's money to stay at that 5-star resort, right?
That's right.
And him being a manager means that he misappropriated the money. In other words, that's against this company's rules. And in some states, that's even a crime.
What?
And well, when the company started to investigate your father even more after it was found he'd done that with you, more things came out of the dark. Seems like your father committed a lot of fraud as well. And so, the company is now going to be taking your father to court over everything.
Does that mean my dad is going to be placed under arrest?
No, I don't think that the police will be coming after him just yet.
No way!
Also, we have some things that you're going to have to answer for, like the cost of having stayed at that 5-star resort for 1 week, as well as the cost of spending time at that theme park with your father.
Wait, just a freaking second! Do you have any idea how much all of that is going to cost in total?
You're the one who knows the answer to that one most of all, right?
I'm not going to be able to pay all of that off right away. Especially now when my dad of all people who is making way more than me is going to have to go to court.
I believe you'll be paying the company back for all of that by having it taken directly out of your salary.
If that ends up happening to me, what will happen in my life outside of work?
Don't worry, because the company will be offering you a lot of overtime work that you can stay late doing to make that money back more quickly. Think all of that work you slacked off from and never finished when you were supposed to do it before. I know that before you had your father in the office to let you off the hook for just sitting around on your phone all the time. But starting the moment you're back from both of your trips, that's not happening. For about a year, you're going to be putting in close to 80 hours a week for this company.
Hey, wait! Could you lay off for just a second? I can't cope with all that you're telling me right now, Jill.
Stop crying like a little child. This is all the fruits of your unacceptable labor. So, as an adult woman, suck it up and figure it out.
There's no way I can do all of this work on my own. I need to start asking others to help me out with this.
There is not a single person in this company who will be assisting you with that workload. Do it all yourself, please.
I made sure to tell the court about what had happened and prepare a hearing for the company.
Is that so? Well, you are going to have to get around to it eventually. Tom, I am so sorry about what's happened. I was supposed to take care of Jalissa the whole time, however.
Don't apologize. The department manager was helping protect her as well the whole time, so there was nothing you could have done to stop her.
I'm sure that's probably true.
If anything, thanks to you being so observant with Jalissa, you were able to get to the bottom of something like that, before her and her father took further advantage of the company. Thank you so much, Jill.
I see. Thank you so much. If it has to do with the benefit of my job and this company, I will do anything to make sure it is done.
Thank you for saying that. I really can rely on you for anything. And thankfully, a brand new management position opened up. So, would you mind moving up into it into the near future?
Jalissa was left to enjoy the next 2 weeks working away from home, barely getting any sleep at all on her business trip. At first, she was making her best effort to get all her work done to start making up for all the work she skipped. But over time, she began to go back to her ways of slacking off. And soon after that started to happen again, she was removed from the company and her job was terminated. As for her father, he was asked to come into court to face the company, but ultimately never did, leading to him getting arrested and brought in by the police. His wife, Jalissa's mother, began to lose whatever faith she had left in him then, and moved away back to her parents' house. And that left Jalissa at the house all by herself, while her father was still having to go through the court system. He ended up having to pay the company close to $200,000, based off the amount of embezzling he did, and would also have to be placed on parole for a while because of his fraudulent activities as well. When her father did finally end up paying for all he done, he came home and kicked her out of the house, saying he didn't want to see her anymore, where she then went and stayed at a friend's house for a bit. But that only lasted a few weeks, before she got kicked out of there too for complaining all the time about her friend's place not being big enough for her, and was forced to start renting an extremely cheap apartment. She attempted to go out and find another job, but due to her having never worked before in her life, it was a very hard battle for her to come out victorious from. She wasn't even able to use the last company she was at for references, as she was only able to get the job there because of her father, and all of us no longer support her after she was fired. There was never going to be a way for a woman like her to find a job like the one she'd been given and lost before. So, in a last-ditch effort, she went and got a part-time job at a gas station. To this day, she is still in that rundown apartment, trying to live life with whatever money she has left after paying the company back for all she'd spent. In other words, she's not doing anything else besides working and sleeping. And when it comes to myself, I'm doing the same old, working for the company I love, giving my all. And not too long ago, I was given the position as the sales department manager, after Jalissa's father had been fired along with her, and I've been doing one hell of a good job. Considering that most people like me never get to a position this good, I'm going to make sure that I work even harder to show my appreciation towards Tom and the company as a whole. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story. Kristen, may I talk to you for a quick second?
Oh, sure. What's up? Is everything all right?
I want to congratulate you on you and Cameron's marriage. It's so nice seeing the two of you so happy at this wedding.
Thanks, Tanya. Everyone's going to have a blast. It's going to be a once-in-a-lifetime party. We finally got hold of an extravagant venue right here in Paris.
Yes, I can see that. It's great. The problem is, there's no seats prepared for my mom and I.
Huh? What are you talking about?
My mom and I have no seats. It's strange because everybody else is already seated. It's packed in here. Sorry to bother you when you're busy. I wanted to ask you first because I don't think the staff here speak English. Is this some kind of mistake? Should I notify the wedding coordinators about this?
I'm so shocked right now.
It's okay. Mistakes like this are bound to happen, especially because of the language barrier. I'm sorry to bother you, Kristen. We'll deal with this by ourselves. Just focus on your wedding, okay? Good luck out there.
No, Tanya, you've misunderstood. I'm not shocked that there's no seats available for you and your mom.
What do you mean? What else are you shocked about?
I'm shocked that the two of you came to our wedding in the first place.
What are you talking about? Of course we'd attend your and Cameron's wedding. This is a big day for him and our family. My younger brother is all grown up and he's going to get married. My mom and I wouldn't miss it for the world. So, why are you shocked that we would come here?
I'm shocked because I went through the trouble to have our wedding in Paris, just so you wouldn't be able to attend. But you're here despite that. I thought you were too poor to make it here, but now you've ruined my plan. Oh, the penniless family who's fully intent on leeching off of my husband has arrived in Paris at last.
Leech off your husband? Kristen, what are you going on about?
Quit pretending like you don't know what I'm talking about. Acting clueless isn't going to fool me. I see right through you and your mother's evil schemes.
Hold on a minute. Don't jump to conclusions, Kristen. We only came to celebrate you and Cameron's wedding ceremony. We have no bad intentions for him at all.
In that case, how did you pay your travel expenses from the U.S. to Paris? You came here by plane, correct? I know that's quite out of your budget.
Travel expenses? Well, Cameron was kind enough to pay for us. I'm so grateful because we couldn't have made it here without him.
See, that's what I mean, Tanya. You're only proving my point here. Ultimately, you're going to continue to depend on Cameron to pay for everything under the sun, aren't you? Your rent, your food, your leisure, everything. Just like you forced him to pay off your travel expenses. You're going to mooch off him forever.
What? All these assumptions are absurd. We have no intention of depending on Cameron financially. You see, when Cameron told us that he was going to have this wedding in Paris, initially we knew that my mom and I didn't have the means to come here, so we were thinking of not attending. Hearing that, Cameron said he wants us to attend his wedding by all means possible. As a result, he ended up paying for our travel cost. You're misunderstanding us. We never forced him to provide money for us. We never have.
How do you expect me to believe you? I won't. You two are always trying to live off of other people's money. That's all you needy beggars think about.
That's not true at all. You're misunderstood about all of this, Kristen.
I'm not misunderstanding anything. It's true that you're leeching off my husband. As a wife, it's my job to support Cameron. That means I have to protect him from your determination to use him for his money. That's why I'm not going to overlook your high-handed behavior anymore. Cameron is a top-tier physician working at an elite university-affiliated hospital. He's one of the highest-earning workers in this country. I'll never forgive you if you exploit his income, Tanya. I'm his wife, so his money is all mine.
I already told you. I don't intend on stealing his money at all. How many times do I have to repeat myself for you to believe me? You're a nurse working in the same hospital as Cameron, right, Kristen?
Fine. Yes, I am. I'm an exceptional nurse. I rank highly in my workplace.
Exactly. It's strange that you're so controlling about how Cameron spends his money, especially since you're earning a lot yourself. Your frustration with him helping us makes it seem like you value his money more than anything. We thought you wouldn't be like that given your success. It's disappointing to say the least. I'm shocked by your reckless assumptions about our family.
Please. Whatever. What I say is true. You're really lucky to have me, you know. You care a lot about Cameron, and I'll do everything to support his career and lifestyle. To do that, I just need to get rid of you two first. If you really value your brother, then you have to cooperate with me on this. You really had the audacity to come to our wedding ceremony in Paris, huh? Too bad, because there's 0 seats prepared for you.
So you admit it. Us not being allowed to attend this wedding, it's all your handiwork.
Yes, it is, and I'm proud of what I've done. Wow, you're actually smart enough to realize that this was my plan all along. Our wedding ceremony today is extremely lavish. I mean, just take a look around you and it's not hard to see. We've spent months planning this wedding, and it's even in Paris. Frankly, it would be a waste to have you impoverished lowlives as guests. Besides, today's wedding is full of big shots from the healthcare industry, including the head chief of our hospital. If a beggarly family like you sticks around, the quality of this wedding is going to plunge. Hurry up and leave this place, both you and your mother. That's a command.
Hi, Tanya. The wedding's going to start in a little bit. I'm so excited. Where are you right now? Did you and Mom make it to the wedding venue yet?
Yeah, we've arrived. I honestly thought we would be late because we couldn't communicate with the taxi driver at all. But we got here on time.
Thank goodness. I was really worried that you would get lost on the way. This is your first time in Europe after all. Who knows what could go wrong?
I'm so glad we made it too. The valet at our hotel was kind enough to talk to the taxi driver for us. I was so worried because we don't know a lick of French. He understood where we wanted to be dropped off at, so we were able to get here on time.
Oh, really? You guys are so lucky. I'm really glad you made it all the way to Paris. You and Mom attending our wedding today? That's all I ever want right now.
That's so sweet, Cameron. I remember you saying the same thing a while back. I get that you want Mom to watch you get married, but you feel the same way about me too, right?
Of course I do. You're my sister, Tanya. Besides, if you and Mom hadn't sacrificed so much for me, I wouldn't be a successful doctor today.
Oh, you don't have to say that, Cameron. It was also thanks to your hard work and perseverance.
No, it's true. You guys have helped me out the most. Remember? You went through all that trouble to help me go to medical school. You prioritized me over yourself.
Cameron, we don't have to talk about this now. How many times have you thanked me already? Of course I appreciate your thanks, but it's your big day. Don't focus too much on me, okay?
Okay. Sorry about that. You know, that reminds me. I would have loved for Dad to watch me get married. All three of you attending the ceremony? What a dream. You know how much I admire him. He's my role model.
Yeah, I would have loved for that to happen too. You never know, though. I bet Dad is watching you right now from heaven up above.
Yeah, maybe he is. That makes me feel better. Thanks, Tanya. Anyhow, looks like the wedding is going to start soon. We're right on schedule. You and Mom just sit down and wait until it begins, okay? Can't wait to see you.
Wait, Cameron? I still need to talk to you about something. Can you give me a second?
Sure, what's up? Is everything okay?
Actually, things aren't going okay right now. I don't think we can stay here to attend the wedding ceremony.
Huh? Are you okay? Are you not feeling well? Or is something wrong with Mom?
No, don't worry. Nothing's wrong with us. It's just, there's no seats prepared for the two of us.
That can't be. I don't get it. You're my family. How could you not be invited? I wonder what went wrong. I'm surprised there was even a mistake. Kristen planned this wedding meticulously.
No, there's no mistake. This was all done to us on purpose.
What do you mean?
It's a long story, okay? But I'll explain everything to you.
And the wedding ceremony will start any time now. Did you guys leave the venue like I told you to? You better have.
Actually, we're still sticking around. My mom is really eager to see her son getting wed. You can move us to the corner of the venue so we can at least watch the ceremony from there. We don't need seats.
Seriously? How are you and your mother this annoying? Seriously, you guys are as relentless as cockroaches in my room. I would stomp on you if I could. When I tell you to scram, you scram. Hurry up and get out of here. You're going to ruin our wedding. Listen to what I say and quit acting so selfish. I'm your sister-in-law. You need to have more respect for me.
Huh? I'm the one who's selfish here? You have no right to call me that. Even if you don't care about us, at least consider Cameron. He needs us to attend this wedding. Don't you care about how this is going to affect his feelings? Think about how hurt he's going to be.
That doesn't matter at all. Let him feel what he feels because, regardless, I'm never going to care or do anything to help him. You should learn to care less about what he's thinking. It's easier that way. I usually just ignore him when he asks me for advice on things.
Did I hear that correctly? Kristen, he's your husband. You should care about how he thinks and feels. Do you think you can persevere in your marriage like this?
I wasn't particularly fond of Cameron in the first place. Now that I think about it, I don't like him at all.
Then why on earth would you decide to marry him?
You really don't know? It's because he had the potential to be an elite doctor who can earn a lot of money in the future. What other reasons could there be if not that?
You married him with that kind of mindset? What were you thinking? It's a disaster waiting to happen.
That's what I wanted, and I've already done it. I mean, our wedding is today. From here on out, I have every right to control our life as a married couple. That means I can oversee how his money is going to be used. It's our money now, not his. I won't let a destitute family like you even lay one finger on it. Look, contrary to you, I'm not going to domineer Cameron's income. I'll never even consider it. I can't believe what you're saying. When that hag mother of yours becomes ill, or when she's nearing the end of her life, I guarantee that she's going to need nursing care. Do you know how much that would cost? Who's going to pay for it, huh? I know that you won't be able to pay for it from your income.
When it comes to that situation, my brother and I agreed that we would both chip in money to help our mom with her health.
See? You're intending to leech off of Cameron after all. I'm not going to forgive you for that. Why don't you understand this? Our conversation today didn't have to be this long if you weren't so stupid.
What? Why do you expect him not to help out to nurse our mom? We're siblings. It should be equal.
No, it shouldn't. Unlike him, you're not even married. Why should a married man pay when a single woman can instead? Every penny he makes is mine, not yours. Now turn yourself around towards the exit gate and leave. This is your last warning to do as I say.
If you say so. My mom and I are leaving the venue right now.
Thank you. Finally. I appreciate you coming all this way to Paris to see our wedding. It's a shame that you're not allowed to attend anymore.
No matter what happens to you, Kristen, remember that it's all because of you. Don't blame me for it.
You actually followed my orders to leave our wedding venue. I heard a guest say you were finally gone. Thank you. You're doing a good job.
Why are you contacting me again?
I just remembered that I need to speak with you about something important. From now on, my husband and I are going to cut off ties with you and your mother. We don't want a relationship anymore. So could you two not keep in touch with Cameron in any matter? Not even for important news or emergencies.
That's your wish, right? I doubt Cameron had any say in deciding this. Until he says something, I won't consider it. Besides, I've been telling you this for ages, but my mom and I won't ever lay a hand on Cameron's money, I promise. Sure, he makes a lot, but it's not ours. So I disagree with you. He may be a bit busy with his married life, but we should still be able to keep in contact with him. We're his closest family.
No, you shouldn't be able to keep in contact with him. I'm never going to believe your promise. I don't trust you one bit to keep away from his money. When things go wrong, you'll steal Cameron's money to fix it. You'll make exceptions to mooch off him for silly things like helping your family. Because that'll happen in the future. I shouldn't ever let you near Cameron again. It makes perfect sense.
You're trying to make a deal with me, but I won't cooperate with you until Cameron tells me what he thinks about it. Maybe we should talk with the four of us about this when we have a chance.
We aren't going to talk together. I don't want to waste my precious time on you or your mother. I've already said this, but Cameron's opinion means nothing to me. Whatever I want, that's what our decision is as a couple. He doesn't get a say in this, so don't you ever think about being involved with us any further. If you, by any chance, show your ugly face to me, I'm going to report you to the police as soon as I can. Keep that in mind and stay in line. Cameron, we're in big trouble. You need to know about this. People are saying that the wedding ceremony is canceled.
Oh yeah, I've heard about that already.
You have? Do you know what caused the cancellation?
The cause? I don't know what caused all this. I'm as shocked as you are.
I'm shocked, but I'm not confused. Cameron, I know what happened. It's all because of your sister.
My sister? Are you sure Tanya has something to do with this? She doesn't have any problems with us.
I'm telling the truth. Your sister lied to the chief of our hospital about how I was an awful person. You see, she did all of that to ruin our wedding. She doesn't want us to get married. All her slander about me made the hospital chief angry, and he shut the whole wedding down.
Why would Tanya do that in the first place? She was so excited for the wedding today. She's really happy for us.
Don't believe her, Cameron. She was worried that you would start spending more time with me than her. She hated me for it.
I don't think she'd do that, Kristen. She's not obsessed with me. We have a healthy distance in our relationship. We always have.
That's not what I mean. Sure, she may not be super affectionate with you, but that doesn't mean she doesn't care about your assets. She's worried about how your income is going to be spent by me instead of her. She wants to be in charge of your money. To live off your income, she destroyed our wedding ceremony. She did this to try to ruin our marriage entirely, just to satisfy her greed.
That's not true. I'm sure about it.
Huh? Why aren't you believing what I said, Cameron?
I can't believe what you said, because I know for a fact that it isn't the truth. Tanya using me for my income? That would be beyond ridiculous.
Why do you say that?
I'll tell you why. Do you know why I was able to become a doctor to begin with? Of course, I had to study and work hard for it. But most importantly, I had to enroll at a medical school first. For a family of our income, we weren't able to afford it. Even with a scholarship offer, medical school was way over our budget.
But wasn't your father a doctor too? Why weren't you guys well off?
Not necessarily. Dad died early on in our lives, and he was working on a relatively low-paying job. He cared more about the impact of his work rather than the salary. So we never had the money necessary to enroll me into medical school.
But you're a doctor now, so you must have gone to medical school. How did you pay for tuition?
Tanya chose not to go to university, even though that was her dream all along. Instead, she started working a job and saving up. My mom started working even harder. And in the end, they were able to afford my medical school tuition. I'm beyond grateful for what they did for me.
There's no way they sacrificed that much just to make you achieve your dreams. This has to be a joke. You're lying to me, right, Cameron?
I'm not. Both my mom and sister will go to any length for my happiness. I was lucky enough to be blessed with them, and I would do anything for them. At the very least, they know not to harm others for the sake of their selfishness. Unlike you, Kristen. You've insulted and slandered my entire family. I can't believe you had the nerve to hurt them like that.
But you have to believe me, Cameron. I'm telling you the truth. Why can't you believe your wife? I mean, your family, too.
I should tell you that the hospital chief already told me why he canceled the wedding.
You. What? You heard from the chief? So you've been pretending to not know what happened this whole time?
He let me know the terrible things you've done to them. You accuse them of using me for my money, and you call them needy beggars. I've been boiling with rage ever since. Betrayed me and my family. Kristen, I don't have anything more to say to you. I'm never speaking with you again.
My husband isn't responding to my messages anymore. I think he's mad at me.
Rightfully so. He knows everything about what you've done today. He's enraged with you right now. He's the mellow type. He never gets this mad. It just shows how terrible you and your actions were.
I don't care about the wedding ceremony. I need to talk to him somehow. If this goes on, our marriage is going to be over. I can't believe this is happening.
Oh, it's okay, Kristen. I have some good news for you. You don't have to be worried about your marriage anymore.
Oh, really? Thank goodness. I knew he would come around eventually. He never stays mad at me.
Actually, it's quite the opposite. Cameron's still furious with you, and he's determined to divorce you now.
What? He's going to divorce me? You're not playing any games, right? This can't be true.
It's true, Kristen. Starting now, all future communication will happen only when mediated by a lawyer. You'll continue to be blocked by him. I think you should lawyer up quickly. There's many things to settle during and after the divorce.
No way. Cameron's really filing for divorce? I thought a lifetime of luxury would be in my hands if I was able to marry a doctor. My dream is destroyed now.
If you really wanted that to happen, you should have behaved with more humility. Your ego and greed has gotten the best of you. It's really ruined your life.
You monster! This is all because you interfered with our wedding.
Kristen, I think you're forgetting that I'm Cameron's sister. I'm willing to sacrifice anything for his happiness. Meanwhile, you only care about your own happiness. I'm doing the right thing here, and you can't tell me otherwise. You deserve to be called out, and Cameron dodged a real bullet here. With that, I'll ask you to never show your face to our family again. Don't even contact us, okay?
Ugh! Whatever. Do anything you want. If you want to be so petty with me, then I'll do the same. Don't go crying to me for help when I take revenge on your family.
What are you planning to do to us?
What you've done to me, I'm also going to do to you. I'm going to spread lies about Cameron in our workplace. His reputation will be done for, and every worker will turn against him. That way, he'll lose his respect and eventually his position at the hospital.
I don't know what lies you're going to spread, but do you really think the people at your workplace will believe you?
The higher-ups probably wouldn't believe me. I'm just a nurse after all. But the other nurses I always work with will definitely believe me. We've grown pretty close since the first time I've started working there. We see and talk to each other every day after all.
I see. I don't know everything about your coworkers in your workplace, so you might be right about that.
No, don't say I might be right about this. I'm definitely sure they will. I'll absolutely prove that I can do this.
I hate to break it to you, but sadly, nobody in the hospital will listen to what you have to say any longer.
Huh? What are you talking about? I've always been a respected nurse in my hospital.
I'm telling you that you don't belong at that hospital from now on.
No way. Did you tell my coworkers about what happened today? You shouldn't have. This situation and my job are separate things.
No, Kristen. Don't jump to conclusions. I didn't do that at all. When I say you don't belong there, I mean it literally. You don't have a job there anymore. You're going to be fired in the near future.
What? Is that really possible? I'm going to be... What? Is that because I made the chief of our hospital angry? Is that all it took? I'm not going to allow any of this irrational behavior. It's unfair.
No, this isn't some abrupt decision like you think it is. You were meant to be fired long ago. It's just that you were being spared this whole time.
I don't understand.
From the start, you were a completely incompetent nurse. You were incapable of doing your job correctly. That's what the hospital chief told me. According to him, you've always had a problematic attitude. It got even worse after you became engaged to Cameron. You wouldn't show up to work even though you'd put the shift in. You would force other nurses to do the work for you. I guess you deluded yourself into thinking you're a big shot now that you were engaged to a doctor. Because of your behavior, a number of nurses sent complaints to the higher-ups about you.
I didn't know this happened at all. I thought I was doing all right with my coworkers.
The hospital chief told the higher-ups to wait a moment before firing you. Instead, he wanted to wait until you left the job because of your marriage. You know, because a lot of women in our state do that once they're married. He didn't want to hurt your feelings. But now you won't be getting married anymore due to your immature choices. And that's why you're getting fired instead.
I can't believe this. My marriage is over with and so is my job. My life just gets worse one thing after another.
If it makes you feel better, I'll remind you that you would have been fired either way. Even quicker if you weren't engaged to Cameron.
Just because it was supposed to happen already doesn't mean I can agree with it. This is unacceptable. Oh my gosh, what do I do now? How am I supposed to support myself? How can I keep living like this?
I can't tell you the answer to that. You have to think and decide for yourself, Kristen. You've wrecked your entire life, and you're responsible for everything.
Please, don't be so cold to me, Tanya. Can't something be done about this? I promise that I'll change my attitude, okay? So please tell me that it's possible to do things over again with Cameron.
That's impossible. I'm serious when I say that not one person around you wants to get involved with you again.
This is all some bad dream, right? This can't be true.
No, this is real, and you brought it upon yourself. They're the consequences to your actions. I urge you to not leech off of Cameron's money, even if you're in a tight spot financially. If you choose to do that even once, we'll call the police in no time.
Please, give me one last chance to fix this. You're my sister-in-law, and I love you.
I'm not going to give you any more chances. Besides, you're not family anymore. You're an outsider to us, so don't ever go around calling me your sister-in-law again.
Alright then. I'm gonna go back to the US now, okay?
Are you sure you want to do that? Mom and I are staying one more night in Paris. We want to enjoy our trip to the fullest.
Okay? Yeah, I'm sure. Thanks for the concern, though. I just want to go over a few things with my lawyer back home. Plus, I don't want to run into Kristen anymore. I don't think I could stand seeing her again.
I understand. I couldn't imagine being betrayed by your wife like that. I know that this is a tough situation, but stay strong. I know you've got this.
Thanks, Tanya. I'll try my best. But you know, this is the result of my own actions. Ever since I found out that Dad got married when he was 20 years old, I decided I wanted to do the same as him. I know it's stupid, but I admire him that much. This is all my fault because I rushed to get married. I chose the first person in front of me, and that was Kristen. I thought I chose right, but apparently not.
Really? I never knew this. I get that you admire him, Cameron, but you don't have to copy every little thing that he does.
Trust me, I know. I only realize that now. I need to live on my own terms, not Dad's.
From here on out, you need to do better at discerning the good people from the bad. That way, maybe you could finally make your wedding happen for Mom and I to see.
Okay, I'll do my best. Till that happens, I'll try to become a better doctor. Better than I've ever been. You know, the kind of doctor that Dad was. He always put his patients first and would bend over backwards for them.
I'm sure you can do it if you work hard, Cameron. You can come to me anytime for support, okay? I'll always be rooting for you. After returning home from Paris and immediately being laid off, she tried quickly to find another job. However, word that she had been kicked out by a major hospital spread around rapidly. Her reputation was ruined within the medical field. As a result, it was almost impossible to find a new job as a nurse. No company would accept her plea of getting employed. With no other choice, she decided to try going back to her parents' house for financial help. Nevertheless, her parents already knew why her wedding was canceled. They had attended the wedding and heard everything. As a consequence, they were furious at what Kristen had done. Even though she had called them in hopes of receiving help, they rejected her. I don't blame them for it. Being insulting to us had not only betrayed Cameron, but it also humiliated her parents at the wedding. In the end, she was estranged from her family and had nowhere to return to. She had no other choice but to rent and live in a shabby apartment complex. Her new life has begun. As of now, she gave up on finding a job in the medical field and began working as a cashier in a local supermarket. It's said that she's still in a financial crisis and barely getting by. She lives her life from paycheck to paycheck. On the other hand, Mom, Cameron, and I are getting along well, like always. In fact, we're the closest we've ever been. All after what happened with Kristen, everything has bonded us even closer. Mom and I can tell Cameron had been hurt pretty badly by her deceit. He's currently not seeking marriage and is fully dedicated to his work, as he said he would be. Looking at him now, it's almost like I'm seeing our dad from years ago. They really are alike. While Mom and I continue to be there for Cameron during his hardships, I hope that our family can stay as close as we are right now. That's all I always ask for.